So because it's coming close to winter, a lot of you will start to be making the decision between what types of rugs to get and what type of clip you want your horse to get. So this video is about the different types of rugs and the different types of clips and why you should choose each one of them so it can help you make the best decision. So let's get started. Okay, first of all with clipping there's 7 things that you need to consider. So you need to consider their age, workload, breed, living arrangements, so whether they're out in the field or a stable, whether they have health concerns, so that could be Cushing's disease or EMS, whether they're a good doer or a poor doer, so that's if they're fat or skinny, and is your horse good to clip, so would they freak out if they're clipped or would they just stand quiet. So the first clip we have is the bib clip. The bib clip is when you remove hair from the neck and the chest, or sometimes as well underneath the belly. This clip is very good for horses who are in very light work and are living outside full time or are turned out a lot of the time. The next one we have is the Irish clip. The Irish clip removes hair from half the head, half the neck and all of the belly. This clip is for light work and is great for horses who don't like their hindquarters being clipped. This clip allows the horse to be warm enough in slow work while also having some of the hair removed so that if they are sweaty they dry easier. The next one we have is the trace clip. This removes hair from half the neck, half the belly and half the hindquarters. It's great for light to medium work and is also good for horses who are turned out a lot of the time or full time as long as they're rugged appropriately. The next one we have is the blanket clip. This is for horses who are in light to medium work. It removes hair from half the head, all of the neck and all of the belly and part of the hindquarters. This clip is great for horses who are cold backed or are standing around for long periods of time, such as riding school horses, as it allows them to keep warm between the lessons. The next one we have is the hunter clip. This is for horses who are in medium to hard work. This is where all of the horse is clipped except for the saddle area and the legs. The legs are kept on so that it protects the horse from mud, scratches and thorns. This clip is great as it prevents the horse from getting too hot, easier to wash and easier to dry off. The last one we have is the full clip. This is for horses in medium to hard work and where all the hair is taken off. This clip is for horses in really difficult work and who are stabled overnight. The clip's great for horses who sweat easily as it dries off very quickly. To determine whether your horse is in light, medium or hard work, here's a rough guide to tell. If your horse is hacking about 4 times a week with one schooling session, he's in light work. If the horse is schooled, jumped and galloped throughout the week, he's in medium work. And a racehorse who works 6 days a week and galloped for 3 of them is in hard work. Now on to rugging. I'll show you how to check if your rug fits and the different types of rugs. A good fitting rug will reach well over your horse's tail, be long enough that you can't see his belly, and if it has a neck part, will go right up to his ears. To check if the front is fastened correctly, slide your hand down by the horse's chest. If there's pressure between your hand and the horse, then it's too tight. If you can comfortably fit it in, then it's the perfect length. And if there's room between your hand and the horse in the rug, then it's too loose. For the straps underneath your horse's belly, you should be able to fit a hand's width between the straps and your horse's stomach. If it's too loose, there's risk of the horse rolling and getting caught in the rug, but if it's too tight, it's not comfortable. For the neck part of the rug, it should look nearly too long and be just touching his ears while his head is up. This is a good sign as when he puts his head down to graze, it'll still be a good length. Now for the different types of rugs. So when you're buying rugs, you need to know what exactly one you want. So I'm going to start off with the turnout rugs and the different types and what they're good for. Each rug is measured by weight, and this weight is based on how much filling it has. So this is the amount of stuffing that keeps your horse warm. Lightweight turnout rugs are generally 50 grams and have no filling, but they're waterproof. These are great as it protects the horse from the wind or the rain, and is great if your horse isn't clipped but you still want him rugged. The next one we have is medium light. So this is a turnout rug that's waterproof and has 100 grams of filling in it. This is great for days where the weather can change rapidly, as the horse is still warm if it gets really cold, but he won't overheat if it gets too hot. The next one is medium weight turnout rugs. So these have 150 to 200 grams of filling. These are great for horses who are clipped and who are turned out for most of the day. The last one we have is heavyweight. These contain 300 grams of filling and are good for horses who are turned out 24/7, who are fully clipped and sensitive to the cold. It's not wise to rug a horse who isn't clipped with this, as they'll overheat and it could cause them injury or illness. The last part of this video for today is the golden rules for rugging. So here's 9 points that you really need to remember when rugging your horse. Number 1. Don't rug your horse based on how cold you feel. Horses can cope with temperatures much colder than we can. If you rug your horse based on how you feel, generally he'll overheat and could cause him illness. Number 2. Young, old, underweight and clipped horses will generally feel the cold more and may need rugging. For most horses, rugs aren't needed when they're outside until nighttime. At the start of winter, start off with a lightweight rug, as it's much better for him and it prevents him from overheating. Then, as the winter progresses, if it gets colder, you can get heavier rugs if needs be. Wind and cold temperatures combined lead to the greatest heat loss. If your horse is overweight or could lose a few pounds, remember that the winter is a natural time for horses to lose weight, and they won't lose it if you rug your horse. If the temperature suddenly drops, your horse will need a shelter, or if he doesn't have one, he'll need a thicker rug. As long as your horse has a good supply of hay, this supplies him with both heat and energy, and sometimes rugging isn't necessary as long as he has enough hay. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it helped you making the decision on what to do with your horse this winter. If it helped, please like and subscribe and comment down below for new ideas for videos or vlogs. And we'll see you next week.